projects. I'm really technical, and it has been a fault of mine at times, not being more people-oriented instead of being technical. It's been a fault, but I want to show you these last, I think I sent that one at like 9:30. Our SNSD event. So you saw a picture of some of the warm-up events back in April. That was when we had to do 18075, right? So we were doing events, field day, kids day, everything day, right? But then we put a couple of incentives in place, and that's not naturally that's not how I roll. I'm just not much of a spender. Look at me, I'm SNSD. There's no reason to around like three, you know. So Olivier started asking me to open up the checkbook. Oh God, here it comes, right? So we did a contest. Oh yes, that, you guys, 4 years ago today. 4 years ago. You see that check, that cake? It says congratulations, SNSD Andrea Burks on it. And you see those people who were skinnier and younger in those pictures, right? But some of those people aren't here today, guys. But that's when this started, because when she became SNSD, we started believing that maybe we had a chance, you know? But the last set of pictures I sent at about 9:25, SNSD events. I want to show you guys. So we ran a contest, and the very last email came in at 9:25 a.m. But we ran a contest. We said anybody that does 10 recruits by 10,000 from April 16th to month end, we're going to take you on vacation. We're going to do a staycation, you guys. We live where you like to vacation, and so I said, guys, let's utilize it. So we did a staycation. We did an awesome contest, guys. We had 9 code numbers win that vacation. I rented 10 hotel rooms at the Diplomat Hotel in North Miami. It was just ridiculous. We had a great time. I don't know if you have that up there, but if not, that's okay. I'm going to turn it over to Olivia, guys, because I had vision, but I didn't have that kind of vision. I really didn't. Really didn't. I didn't see myself on SNSD here. I just wanted to see if I could make a 6-figure income. Like, if I could just get to the point where I could make 6 figures a year here, that would have been great for me. Guys, so much more has happened. And I'm just so proud of my husband, who really is the engine, the battery, the motor. You guys, he doesn't sleep. He's consumed with this thing. We do this thing with our heart. We do it for our people. We do it for our families, guys. But I'm just so proud of the man he has become. When we met, he asked me to do an interview for him. I'm like, you the guy, and you can't do an interview? What happened? And that's literally what I said to him, guys. But now, he has taken everything he has learned, everything he has been taught by this organization, and really taken it to the next level, guys. I could not be more proud of my husband, my best friend, Senior National Sales Director, Aaliyah!
Good morning, everybody. How you doing? All right, one more round of applause for Jamina Bluefield. Yes, SNSD, right? Like she mentioned, obviously you don't accomplish any of these things by yourself. You obviously need all sorts of people to come and play up. And Jamina even touched a little bit on the story of how in 2018, when Andrea, we decided to come here in September 2017, and at that point, then you come in and it says that it's an SNSD factory. So once you saw that it was an SNSD event, location, factory, it was pretty clear what had to happen. So we went on and pushed to make sure that Strength and Honor became hierarchy as SNSD. So everybody rallied together and all. And then March, April were the 2 months where it happened. March and April 2018. Now, because of that run, our team did the most production ever did, the most recruiting ever did, up to that point, right? We did something 60 by 73,000 in the hierarchy. Promoted our second RVP, our first RVP was James Salibala, our second RVP is Harada at that time. And then that pushed us to the end of the year, that momentum of pushing, like, if you play for a goal that's bigger than yours, you're gonna have to do bigger things than just your small goal. See, if you're planning on driving from here to whatever city, that's let's say, 15 minutes from here, you can go in a quarter tank. But if you go to Georgia, you need a full tank. So it all depends on what destination you have. Your district, your division, your regional, maybe your RVP promotion, that. But your SNSD run, your COCO run, your upline's SNSD run, your upline's COCO run, you need to put more in the tank, and the avalanche starts happening after that. So we went senior vice president as a result of Andrea's SNSD run, and eventually Andrea had the $1 million run. We went to ownership in NSD as a result of that. And as she pushed for going to COCO, we pushed for that, and our guys went for pushing for it as well, and here we are at SNSD. But I'm gonna have a couple guys come share with us, because the thing we spoke about the whole run of SNSD was that it had to be that other people came out winning and better because of it. It couldn't be that we got our SNSD promotion, touchdown, walk off the field, great month of April. It's what's gonna happen as a result. Who's gonna go SVP, right? Who's gonna go NSD by the end of the year? Who's gonna go SNSD by 8, 9, 12 months from now? That's what needs to happen as a result of all that put together. Does that make sense? So a lot of these guys came and did it. So right now I'm gonna have everybody, I hired you last month that did over 10 and 10. Please come to the stage with us, right? Everybody that did over 10 and 10. Let's jog it up to the stage. Please, guys, let me give them a big round of applause. Right, so these guys last month, so a lot of them are regionals, some became regionals, some are RVBs, but you're gonna hear a quick minute from the ones that did over 20 by 20 last month, right? Now, over 20 by 20 last month, one of them is a regional, two were regionals, one became RVP, but you're gonna hear from some of them. So first, let's give it up for Miss, she's gonna hate me for this. Give it up for Miss Edith Darius.
Hi everyone. I know I'm so happy because I want to see this as an indie factory. I know I'm gonna get mine because I got Jamaica. Thank you.
So Edith comes in, single mom, 2 kids, 2 jobs, right? First 12 months made $53,000 part-time, right? Edith, I say it all the time, it's like she works 3 jobs, right? It's like you're working 3 jobs, 2 kids, 2 jobs, like you're working. Does that make sense? So Edith's a beast. We also have this young lady here who you heard from earlier today as a new RVP. Let's get up for Yuslim Boulay.
Because what your team is watching, if you help your leader to get to the next level, they're gonna do the same for you. If not, you will. So because I did that, so you see the result. I got a big result. So people helping your leaders to get to the next level.
Also online, who's flanked by her, who did another 10 by 10, so 30 by 30. Give it up for Joanie Skila.
Hi guys. What I did is push my offline because Coach Oli gets say all the time what you don't want your offline to look like. And I came over here like January, he wasn't looking for it, so I just pushed it to get my offline to do that.
All right. Now, Jamina alluded to them earlier. 90 days ago, about 3-4 months ago, they had a car accident, fractured rib, and in that 90 days, they went out and made some close to 40,000 after that, right? So on a tear, getting ready to go RVP, to the ring, but on their way to SVP, give it up for Gashmi and Marie, we sang.
How you guys doing? Listen, when I get in the business, the only thing I wanted to do, I was thinking about the people I left in AAD, because I came to America to do something better, and I can go back and help them. And recently, I was talking to Olivier, and he been talking about, listen, sometimes you pray God, the answer is you. And you need to understand that you are some people those prayer answered. And if you're here, whenever your upline have something going on, you're going to be the best you can be, so you can push. And as a result of that, you're gonna be able to answer the prayer those people's asking for. Thank you, guys.
All right. We also have, so their, Yashmin Marie, their sister Julie, John and Julie, also who are fourth in inches from their $100,000 ring, got promoted as late as last year, October 2021, right, on the tear. Let's give it up for John and Julie Belfort.
Hi guys, that's my husband. This to us is just, legacy. What we see is what we can do, and them getting this makes it possible for each and every one of us. So I'm just excited to keep moving and do what they did.
All right. Give it up for Ray Charles, Virgo and Pharrell Joseph.
Yeah, man, this run was super special for us because when you're a part of a team and the coach called a play, and there's no way I could sit on the bench when we on the SNSD run. That's not gonna happen. So we just gathered the team together and we just pretty much laser focused, no distraction, and we had to get the job done. That's it.
Also last month, we had James and Sylvie Ballard, who were first RVPs. James and Sylvie were first to the watch, first to the ring. So they've always been a pillar of this organization, great leaders, great influencers. There's a whole lot of people's lives who are better because of this young couple here. Welcome. Give it up for James and Sylvie Ballard.
You guys heard him say young, right? So everything Jamila said about me being old, we'll talk about that later. But man, I'm so grateful for this environment. And I'll tell you, Andy probably don't remember this. I think as a division, I met Andy out of Leicester's. Me and Giovanni Lenzi, Gio probably remember because Andy's still traumatized about that conversation. I think, yeah, you probably remember. Yeah, you asked us if we were gonna cry. I said I never want to see that guy again because I was intimidated by that guy. That was the first time meeting him. But then I come into this environment and I see what this environment has done, and I get a chance to be in the VIP meeting on Friday night, and I get to talk to Andy again, and then he turned out pretty cool. Yeah, my perspective changed, Andy. Because I really found out how much money the government spent on Bill Clinton. But, I'll tell you guys this. They say, whoever controls your perspective controls your future. And I'll tell you, Andy, what you've done with this environment, you've changed my perspective. Because where I came from says nothing about me being here. Nothing. So, thank you so much, Andy, for what you've done. And Andrea, thank you so much for following Andy the way that you did, the way that you're doing. And Olivier, thank you so much for following Andrea the way that you do. Because my conversation with God and our conversation with God was, what do you want us to be? Who do you want us to be in this run? Playing basketball? They told me, my coach told me, James, the most effective player on the court is the player that can play off the ball, that can help the team score. And that's what I've decided to become for this run, the player that can deflect so that we can run as a team. Thank you.
And you heard from yesterday, Harry United Thomas last month went out in 50,000, promoted their first 2 RVPs, and they're all first to promote not just an RVP, but promote 2 RVPs all in one. So without any further ado, let's get up for Harry United Thomas.
My kiss! I was going to do that, I'm sorry. Warren Palmer, Jada, I just want to say thank you. We just went back and did exactly what you guys told us to do. You guys said you're together a team. You had a couple of days during the week, you did accountability meetings. You was on people's face. Where's the guy that didn't take any bullcrap from people? Right, when they was giving excuses, you still kept the main play, because the goal was the goal. You kept saying you had miles, promised to keep, miles to go. We kept repeating the same thing. We kept repeating, you said you're lying after this run. We want people to be better spiritually, mentally, physically, and economically, everything. We didn't want no more people with their hand like this. We wanted people with their hand like this because they have money, right? We wanted to help each other. We just went back home and applied exactly what this school told us to apply. And we wanted to make sure that our coach name was up there. So if you in this room and you're like, I don't know what's going on, it's very simple. Go back home, see who's ahead of you, and make a decision to play for them. It's not about you, it's about the people that you can impact. We saw a couple came in and did it, and we said if they can do it, our upline can do it too. And we went back home and we fought for that. And I think everybody upline deserves that. And if you are upline and you don't have anybody in your team, become the team that you want to recruit. And God is gonna put people on your side. Everybody that you see on stage, they're not perfect. They had ups and downs, they had family emergency, they had funerals, they had people that died, they had people that were sick, they had people that had all kinds of issues. But this is what we know. If our coach is supposed to be the Coco Queen, why don't she have an SNSD in her team? And that's all we talk about every day. We said if Andy Young is gonna be paving the way for us all the time, why can't we be the team that's gonna go out there and keep holding the banner high? That's what we talk about all the time. It was never about us doing those 2 runs, but it was about making sure that our coach come out here and represent to be the best coach that we know they are to be. And if you feel like that, you deserve that to yourself. And thank you guys.
All right. One more time, get up for the SNSD players. You guys can grab a seat, and I would like that Mr. Thomas and Mr. Ballard stay on stage, please. Thank you, Mr. Yeah. So yeah, to get big or go home. I spoke to Andy a couple of years ago, and I asked him a question, and I said, Andy, we're in this and that situation. What do you think? He's like, you don't want to know what Andy would do. Andy's crazy. I said, no. What would you do, Andy? He said, no. You don't want to know what Andy would do. Andy's crazy. Now, this is what I think you should go analyze, right? Now that you understand things a little bit more, what starts to make sense is everybody asks for criticism, but really seeks praise. Right? Everybody says, tell me like it is, coach. I want you to be tough. Tell me like it is. Listen with your eyes. Right? You don't listen with your ears, you listen with your eyes. Right? Tell me like it is. They're showing up at 11 o'clock. I'm sorry, coach, I forgot to wake up. Come on, what are you going to tell somebody like that like it is? Does that make sense? So you have to be sure that you know where you're at. So I'm saying that because I've watched Andy Young as he opened the doors for us to be here as a hierarchy that he doesn't override. Now, of course, there's a whole aspect of if we do better, his team does better, and this and that. I get it all. But I saw when I was in rooms that, let's say, at certain times, not always, but at certain times where, let's say, there'd be a lot more strength on and qualified in that room. And I saw that he didn't switch it to fit it for his team. He kept the standard high as he has respect for his own players, that they will measure up, but at the same time wasn't at all soft as he got closer to us to coach us at a high level. I mean, Andy is a master, mastermind type of guy. The things that he does are so intentional. And to see during COVID, the worst time in history since I don't know what, now the economically speaking, worldwide shutdown. For somebody to already be wealthy
All the fears you have, new people, all the fears you have, can I trust? Is this an environment that, like, listen, just as much as you're wondering, should you trust, the person working with you is wondering, should they trust you too? Right? Because you're walking in an office, this is a business. Does that make sense? So there's a lot more to lose on his side than my side. There's a lot more that needs to accomplish for him and his family. And the fact that that person, him and his family, right, I'm watching Amy come here and talk about how he's sacrificing for our well-being. Like, stuff like that. I know some of you guys, I didn't ask him to do that, and I get it all. But I don't know, maybe I process these things differently. But when somebody puts all on the line to that level, success is not something you're gonna do your best. You do what's required, you push it all on the line, you do whatever it takes, you push it all you can, because it is not normal for somebody to risk it all, their life, their sister, everything, so that you could win. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. So, then no wonder the type of person Andrea is hooks her wagon to the type of leadership of Andy Young to check your ego and say, you know what, I'm going to follow no matter what. And you know, if you play sports, Warren, if you're in practice, what happens when you have the toughest drill? Coach says, underline, suicides. You're like, what the? Come on, man, you act like you didn't just do this? Suicides. You know what those are? The midway events. You start thinking, man, that's stretching me. We just came out of one. We just this, we just that. You're only upset about it because you don't have new people. You need new people to always be around. And sometimes Andrea calls a play. Brutus, hey, I just go live with you, like, hey, whatever you say. But it doesn't mean I can feel sorry, like, oh my gosh, we just did one. But guess what? When I look back at the last 18, 36 months, that's the reason why when you go from 130 in income to 576,000, $72,000 in income last month, 50,000 income this month, that doesn't make sense. Andrea Burst is a crazy woman, but it takes crazy people, it takes a crazy leader, to get these crazy results to happen. Andrea, our family is so grateful to you. Thank you so much. Our daughters, our family is so much better because of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate you. And none of all of this thing can happen if I don't know that our daughters are taken care of and that you don't have to worry about it. They're not a daycare where you have to call and say, hey, how the kids this? And that does not make sense. Meaning you know that there was somebody that's taking care of that love them just as much as you, if not more, right, mothers? And what Jamina does, I mean, I'll tell you, I took a degree in accounting. I still don't know how to file any accounting papers. Right? Our taxes get done, everything get done, the house, this, that. And so I'll tell you what, I mean, Jamina, it's almost like with her standard, with the way she does certain things, it forced me that I had to grow and become the best at myself because of what she does. So Jamina, thank you so much for all you appreciate. Listen, all this gets built because you sell out to the law of the large numbers. Nothing great and significant has ever been accomplished by one person. Nothing, not some, nothing. Now, things have been accomplished, but nothing great or significant has ever been accomplished by one person. Nothing. We wrote 0 in production in the month of March, where we pre-qualified 197, and we wrote 1,500 in April, the month we qualified as semester. So, what did you do, Olivier? No, what did the team do? Right? The team came together because of a bigger goal. What we spoke to them about is you gotta go SVP in this process. You gotta get to the next level. And when you play out, what happens is the people that play out and play out eventually need more help. See, like people ask me all the time, what do you do when you feel like you're not good enough? And this and that. The first thing is you're waiting to become good enough. You'll never be good enough. That's why you need help. God created us to not be able to accomplish great alone. Because He doesn't need you to boast. He doesn't need you to be confused to think where it comes from. And the only way you have your blessing is through people. And when you serve His people, you get the bigger glory. That's it. But the beautiful thing is, if you took all the people away from me, what you would have is a college professor with a bunch of information and no results. So really, it's a combination of a bunch of guys that have it. So I want to show you an image, and you guys heard seen us do this before, but I want to show you an image of how that type of stuff gets done, right? You bring in somebody, some of you guys are here for the first time. and you're wondering, okay, how fast am I going to get that license, right? Or some of y'all say, okay, so I need to have an attendance. Because if you're upset that you're not good enough, you need help, right? If I say, hey, there's a bus right in front, whoever lifts that bus, I spoke to the leaders up front, you get, we'll put together 100 grand, boom, 100,000 cash. And then you'll be like, well, there's no way I'm going to be able to do it by myself, but I never said for you to do it alone. I never said for you to do it alone. So you can take out a couple of people, lift that bus, and then split up the 100,000. That's our business. You make less per sale, but you make more in value. So, James, you're gonna go out and let's go get yourself three teammates. No? Or you're gonna do it, or you're not getting 3 teammates, just study. You get 3 teammates, so both of you guys get 3 teammates. Why are you not recruiting 3 teammates, James? What's up?
Well, we didn't say that we gotta get our licenses first, then we go get people. You told me that in the interview.
Yes, so if as we get in front of people, we can get you some training. And you get to see how possible. We're gonna build your team, and through your team, you're gonna keep growing. You're gonna see me do a lot of presentations, and that's how you're gonna learn it, right? And that way, when you get the license, they'll both work out.
Am I confused or you confused? Because that's what you told me.
All right, let's get you licensed. Okay, go to class, buddy. We'll sign you up. All right, let's get you going. All right, hey, how we doing, guys? You fired up? All right, good. Let's make moves. What's up, then? You good? Look here, I can. Right? So we have those 3 teammates. So what do I have to do with them? Get them district. And how do I get them district? They get their own 3. So you guys get your 3, right? Boom. So now James over here studying and this and that, all right, with the office manager trying to get a license, but all we're doing is getting people to their district promotion. That's it. All we're doing is getting people district promoted, district promoted, district promoted, district promoted, right? So now here they are, right, with another 3. Okay, let's get on the jump, guys. Let's get on the jump, right? Okay, so as they were coming up, so now they're like 12 teammates. 12 teammates. Do you know how many lady down sales we call them? Lady down sales are waiting for you. You have a lot more attempts than literally they're closed before you do anything. Before you even speak about their closed. You come in, hey, they told me about it, and I've been meaning to get it anyways. But my cousin, I know, boom. Does that make sense? Versus trying to become all this salesy and this and that. It's a warm market business, right? So you see that team now. Now, what's funny is Harry in this situation probably has no clue what's going on. Harry's still wondering, should I this, should I that? I don't get it, I don't this, I don't that. But James is a master at everything because he went through the whole book. Because usually what's funny is, and that's just you trying to get better, but you know what's funny? It doesn't stop there. Even in the business, the reason why people do double digit, you're analyzing, but if 5 people I couldn't take care of at the same time, how am I going to do 10? And you're making all these logics. Oh, listen, this business is not talk, it's caught. You do this with your heart, not your head. You have to go out to the large numbers. You got to push to get in front of more people because there's nobody that's done anything big alone. Let me finish with this story. And James speaks about that. You probably heard the story before, but the Ice Bucket Challenge a couple of years ago with ALS, this kid had the disease and the symptoms was that he shivered. So this kid, right, the one that was sick, his friend told mom, hey, I know what we're gonna do to save his life. We're gonna have people pour buckets of cold water in their heads to raise awareness. Can you imagine the mom at that moment? It's kind of like when you guys go tell your friends and family members you're gonna build a business. And they're like, Domino's Pizza, Olivier, SNSD, that ain't happening, right? You, wherever you come from, CVS, pharmaceuticals, whatever it is, right? That's not gonna happen, right? But now as you come in, and you come in this environment, and you have a lot more people, what eventually comes up is, you start to realize that all your weaknesses disappear. One after the other, because now that you have a whole group of people that are coming together, a lot of great things are happening. You guys saw that now we have 9 regional vice presidents. As 5 of them I know are locked down on the SVP run, that's 250 on our way to Coco. And it's all inevitable as we're reloading in the base shop as we're going to promote a lot more of these regional vice presidents. God willing, guys, it's only the beginning. Thank you so much. Get Bill, go home, night glass. We appreciate you so much for all you guys do, the whole team here. I mean, there's so many people that have helped us along the way. I mean, if I start naming them, I wouldn't finish. Thank you so much, Jason Dacia here. You know, I mean, all the whole time, guys. I mean, you are not in business alone. You have to understand that. You're not in business alone. If you play out, you win big, and it's hopefully only the beginning. Can't wait for more SNSD to come out. We are an SNSD factory. Thank you guys.